Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about how the Wizards got blown out by the Detroit Pistons without Cade Cunningham. Rest up and get better and get well, because they're gonna need you in the playoffs. And they did get win number 50. They won this game 117-95. The Wizards go to 16-53 and 11-25 at home, while the Pistons go to 50-19 and 24-11 on the road. The Pistons won the season series 3-1 after winning this one, so they don't play the Wizards into next season. The best part about the Pistons, they got off really good. 35-14 in the first quarter. The game was over until the second quarter. The Wizards said, y'all got to come to play the entire game, because if y'all don't, y'all going to have a tough time beating us. And they did win that second quarter 38-25, showing you that they ain't playing around either. But then the Pistons won the third quarter 28-26, and they won the fourth quarter 29-17 to be able to win this game. And they did hold the Wizards underneath 100 points. Tobias Harris, he ended up missing some easy shots, but he hit some mid-rangers and went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He went 0-1 from 3 and 2 of 6 from the field for 7 points. He did have 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks. And a personal foul and was a +8 and +. He's going to have to play better than this. If they go against better competition, especially because they don't have Cade, he's going to have to play way better than he played tonight for them to continue to win. And you got to say the same for Duncan Robinson. He had 14. That's good. But if he gets this or more, they're going to need that to beat the better teams down this last couple weeks. He did go 4-9 from 3. He did have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. He also had a block. He had 1 personal foul and was a +7 and +. Jalen Duren, he only played 25 minutes. He led the team in scoring with 24 points. He makes it look easy. He didn't really have to try too hard. He had to do too much. He just kept it simple and strong, and he also was able to get 11 rebounds, which helped him get a 20-10 game. He also went 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 1 turnover. He had 2 steals, and then he also had no personal fouls and was a +15 and +. Asura Thompson, you would think he would have did a little bit more, but he only took 6 shots. And he went 3 of 6 from the field, but he also did go 4 of 4 from the free throw line. But he had 9 rebounds. That was probably the best thing he did besides score 10 points efficiently. He did have 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 4 offensive rebounds and with no personal fouls and was a +11 and +. And Dennis Jenkins, you don't know what you're going to get out of him. He's a support player. He didn't give you the game that you wanted, but he went 3 of 16 from the field. That's not good at all. And he also went 2 of 7 from 3. He just has to be a little bit more patient, take his time a little bit more, and just hit the spots that's open. If you can't do that, try to find somebody to get a better look. But they are going to need him to score. They're going to need him to be more efficient, and we'll see if he can do that. He's been doing a lot he didn't have as much pressure as he has now. So he's been showing that he can do it. You just hope he does it better in the next coming games. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers, and a block. 1 personal foul and a +18 and +. Paul Reed did a good job of being strong in the paint. He ended up having 17 points. He went 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +6 and +. This is a really good game. They needed his scoring. They needed his physicality, and he was able to provide that for him at a high level. Tulu Smith, 3 minutes, 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a +1 and +. Rhino Holland, the second, played 22 minutes. He only had 2 points because he went 1 of 4 from the field. He did have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds out of the 5, and 3 personal fouls, and was a +9 and +. Javante Green played 5 minutes. He ended up making a shot that was a layup, and then he missed his only shot from 3, which was his only miss since he only took 2 shots in those 5 minutes. And he did have a steal, and no personal foul, was a -12 and +. Caris LeVert, they're going to need him to continue to score and play make. He ended up going 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from three. Got some good looks, some open ones, and was able to drive sometimes too. That's what he does. He went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 5 boards and 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound, and a plus 16 and plus minus. A really, really good game from him. And they're going to need him to get double figures every single time he plays, 20 plus minutes if they hope to continue to win and hold on to the best record in the East. Kevin Herter did a good job of finishing. He didn't make threes again. He went 0-2 from three. He went 2-2 from the free throw line. He went 6-10 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, four steals. That was the best thing he did, was play defense and be good at getting his hands on the ball. He had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul. It was a plus 26 and plus minus. Marcus Sasser, 14 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from three. So he missed basically all his shots, and they mainly was the threes, and he's actually decent at threes. So, it just wasn't his night. He did have 5 assists, though. That was the best thing he did, was finding his teammates early and often. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 4 and plus minus. Chaz Lanier played 3 minutes. He ended up missing his only shot, which ended up being a three. But he did have 2 steals also. They got a lot of steals, 11 total as a team. So they was really getting that thing done and handled throughout the entire game. No personal fouls, and was a plus 1 and plus minus. And then the Washington Wizards, they played a shorter rotation because obviously they wanted to try to get back in the game and not lose by as much. But Alexander saw a huge disappointment in this one. He went 1 of 12 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He only had 2 points. He kept shooting. He kept trying to find a way to get his groove on. He kept trying to find a way to get out of his funk, but it just never happened, whether it was trying to finish near the basket or from a jump shot. None of it worked for him tonight. He still did get 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers and 2 blocks. So he ended up doing some other things, but even those wasn't done at a really high level besides the blocks. He had 1 offensive rebound, and even then he had 5 personal fouls. So he didn't stay on the court long enough. He didn't score that well. And on top of that, he couldn't even hold down the middle like he usually shows that he can. He was a -9 and plus minus. Sharif Cooper even got to start. He played 27 minutes. He had 13 points. He went 6 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. He did have 7 rebounds, which ended up being the most on the team. He also had 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and had 1 offensive rebound, was a plus 3 and plus minus. I mean, you didn't expect him to get 7 boards. He was trying to do things that can help the team stay in the game and have a chance to win. Detroit did get up big early, like I said before, but the Wizards did fight back and try to make it as competitive as they could before the game got away from them in the fourth. But Cooper added some speed and some quick playmaking, but you just have to like the fact that he made majority of his shots. Carlton Bub Carrington, 35 minutes, 10 points. He went 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 6 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 4 assists. He also had 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a -25 and plus minus. At least he was able to get the shots that he liked. The problem was he wasn't able to really make them in this game, and that's just been something that he's been doing throughout his career so far. It's still early, so he got time to still develop. He got time to still learn how to play the game at a high level. He didn't have a bad game. It just wasn't the type of game that they needed from him. Will Riley did a good job of shooting threes. He went 4 of 8 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and 5 of 13 from the field for 15 points. This was a good game. He ended up taking some high quality looks. You just wanted him to continue to have that mindset in the future. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a -11 and plus minus. Trey Johnson, 24 minutes. He ended up getting 12 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field and 2 of 6 from three. He had the mid range going a little bit. Of course, he's going to try to drive. He is a good athlete and has good handles, but obviously he wanted the three a little bit too much too. But that's one of the ace things he does. So he just has to continue to try to get better at it and be consistent as he can. 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound, -8 and plus minus. Anthony Gill, 24 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field. He also missed his only three-point shot. He also had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 blocks. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -28 and plus minus. It didn't help that he went scoreless, but the defense was really good and the rebounding was there too. He took some gambles and stuff like that, which you can consider as bad defense sometimes, but it also can reward you from time to time if you hit it right. And then Tristan, 18 minutes, 21 points. He ended up getting the most points off the bench. He also only went 7 of 8 from the field to do it, along with going 4 of 6 from the free throw line and 3 of 3 from three. So he made a good choice when he had the ball most of the time, and that can always lead to good shots and good opportunities to get them if you move without the basketball, or you just know when to attack the defense at the right time. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and a block. 4 personal fouls. He was a -6 and plus minus. Jameer played 27 minutes. He ended up having 9 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 6 boards. Ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 3 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals. That was the most in the game for the Wizards. And then he also had 4 blocks. That was the most in the game for the Wizards. He really came to play. He really was trying to impress whoever's watching, and he did a good job of that in this one. He played real well on both ends of the court. He had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a -14 and plus minus. Jaden Hardy, 25 minutes. He had 13 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. So a really good game from him. He was a little bit more efficient in this one. He took better shots, and he got better results in this one. So hopefully that continues for him. Seems like they really like him, and they really want him to get a lot of minutes. He should be happy with that. 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a -12 and plus minus. 82 field goals for the Wizards, 44% for them. 97 for the Pistons. They shot 45%. 39% from 3 for the Wizards. Only 30% for the Pistons. They not really known for threes anyway. And then 67% from the free throw line for the Wizards. The Pistons shot 26 free throws, which was 14 more than the Wizards, and they shot 77%, so that was a big reason why they won, besides having 17 offensive rebounds compared to the Wizards' 6, and 56 total rebounds compared to the Wizards' 35. That's a big advantage. 20 assists for the Wizards, 32 for the Pistons, 19 turnovers for the Wizards, 10 for the Pistons, 11 steals for the Pistons, 3 for the Wizards, and then 10 blocks for the Wizards, 8 for the Pistons. And then 29 defensive rebounds for the Wizards, 39 for the Pistons. And then 21 personal fouls for the Wizards, 14 for the Pistons. I mean, you look at this game and say, it's not much better the Wizards could have done. You know, they tried to keep up with them. They shot decent from the field compared to the fact that the Pistons didn't shoot that amazing. They didn't shoot bad either. They shot better from 3. They wasn't really getting to the free throw line as much, but they did shoot the 3 ball better than the Pistons. Then everything else was just effort. You know, what team was going to work harder, what team was going to play harder, what team was going to go at the other team better. And it ended up just being the Pistons doing that, just being more stronger, more physical, and just taking higher percentage shots, and just also being as tough as they can to get to the free throw line, and also strong enough and fast enough and wanting it more enough to get the boards. And that just was small. Then it added up. Then the game just got out of control from there, and then they ended up getting the win. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace, and I'll see y'all later today. Hopefully more analysis.